Bills Mafia, this is BWO. Let's go!
Oh, welcome to the special edition of the BWO. We'll call it our Christmas episode since we're doing it on a Monday instead of Wednesday. I have with me, as usual, Buffalo Spartan, our wild and crazy dude, Corey, and then below us is Adam.
Hello.
I didn't say.
Christmas is too early for everybody.
Yeah,
No one said speak, bitch.
You're supposed to wave the camera and look good. I don't know how you're looking good, but you know.
Yeah.
Like Vanna White.
I'm surprised his camera isn't broken.
Right, you just announced the winner for the wheel. All right, you just sit there and look good.
Okay.
We're just kidding, Adam. And if
I
you see
know.
me, StreamYard let us hang Christmas decorations this week.
I see that.
So, you know.
I know
Adam
I
got-
have this thing all up in my face now.
Sorry,
Yeah, I was like, why is there like weed on my shirt?
Yo, share, bro.
That's how we do things here, you know. So we'll get into it.
Christmas trees on BWO.
There you go.
You know, look, you never know how the show's going to go. So we do have the wheel for the jersey. Spartan and I refer to it as the Wheel of Death. For those that watch the K-Gun, you understand why we call it that. But if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and spin it and see who wins.
You'll have to tell me because I can't see it. Oh, Shane Mitchell. All
Shane
right.
Mitchell.
Yeah, he's a member of Poncho's Army.
Congratulations.
Shane.
Congratulations, Shane.
Let him know you won.
So
It's a nice.
I feel bad for them
Nice
people
jersey.
that bought 10 spots, bro. Sucks, dude, suck.
you know what's funny is that always how it works. Though it's always
I'm like, you really want 10? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, bro, send it. I was like, that's not a bad. I was like, but for $40 for 10 of them, dude, on that jersey isn't bad at all.
I called it in the pre-show and I said the person that's going to win it is going to be somebody that only bought one spot. And sure as shit, Shane only bought one spot.
Mm-hmm. You did.
So
All that matters.
I-
Just one chance.
putting the one dude's name on there 10 times, I was like, oh, I swear to God, I'm going to have a stroke by the end of this.
Cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste.
So before we get into the Browns game, or I guess what you want to call that, let's bring up. I mean, I know we still have 2 weeks of the regular season left, but I think the argument is over. I think the Bills' 2025 MVP for the team, 100% has to be James Cook. Spartan.
No, definitely. He showed. I mean, I was one of those guys that was like, look, you did it 1 year. You need to prove to us that you can do it again before I felt comfortable paying you, a large sum of money. But he's proven me wrong. The old proverbial foot in mouth. All right. He's stepped up and he's gotten better this year. So, I mean, I think going into tonight, I think he's ahead of Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
So, I mean, Taylor can still take back the lead tonight, but I'll give the man his flowers, man.
They went into this week. Taylor was 28 yards ahead of him, so it's still within. Even if Taylor goes off tonight, it's still within reach.
Hey, do you know how many yards James Cook got?
Total.
Oh, what
Yeah,
do you got?
117.
That's why I wore this tonight. I had to represent him. I don't have a James Cook jersey, so.
Corey, your take on Mr. James Cook over here?
Man, I've been saying pay that man since the beginning. I'm glad he's actually putting out more than I thought he was going to do this year. Like I figured he'd have a decent year, but man, what is it, 10, 11, 12, something like that games now with 100 plus?
9. I think he's at
9.
9.
Like you said, I know Taylor hasn't had the chance to play yet, so he just passed him. So we'll see what happens tonight. But I think by the end of the year, Cook will have it. We saw Allen take a little step back yesterday and let the other guys take over. So if he keeps doing that at the end of the year, let Allen heal up for the big slinging the ball playoff games and that. So, hey, let him keep going, but maybe not, because I'm hoping the last game will just be sitting everybody. So, but he's definitely MVP. That's for sure.
He's definitely the team MVP. I mean, Adam, what's your take on James Cook so far?
Well, like the other guy said, he's been killing it. I think it's definitely. I know we're only got 2 weeks of the season left, but he's definitely the identity of our team. Like our team is run the ball, and he's taken on a bigger workload than he had last year, and he's proven that he can do it. So yeah, I hope he gets the rushing title. I'm really hoping that teams are smart and they start stacking the box so they can stop Jonathan Taylor and force Old Man Rivers to pass the ball. So it'll make it a little bit easier for him to get it. But yeah, he's been great.
But it's still not a bad thing, even if he finished second, and he's finished second behind a guy like Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, you expect this from. I don't think there's one I'll be honest. I'm with Spartan. I wasn't 100% convinced on paying him the amount so far this year. I was with him. I said we needed to see it again. Another solid year. But I think a lot of this came down to what the Bills saw from him in training camp. When they saw what he was doing there, I think that's when they said, you know what? No, we need to lock this down now, because if we let him out on the field this season with just a 1-year deal, someone's going to nab him after the end of this year, and they're going to pay him big. So we need to lock him up now. And they did. And I'm glad I was wrong about that. But again, I think most of us were only skeptical because of the fact that things were blown out of proportion, obviously, with social media and the fact that he wasn't really showing up. We just, we didn't want this to be another Diggs issue where if you didn't want to be here, then get out. But he clearly wants to be here, and he's proven all of us wrong, and I'm really happy that he's doing it. So let's talk about yesterday's game. I know it's Victory Monday. We won the game, but there were a lot of things that has me worried going forward the rest of the year and into the playoffs right now. I mean, obviously we can talk about the defense all we want, but dude, that we need to figure out how to stop runs. Something. Because this is out of hand that we just can't stop anybody. And then when the announcers sit there and say, "Oh, well, the Bills are a really good pass defense," yeah, that's because everybody just runs the ball down our throat. So, Spartan, what's your take on yesterday's Browns game?
Man, you can ask Corey, man. I went live with him. So again, the run.
Oh yeah.
I'm in 100% agreement with that. I posted on social media it's like being outside in the rain trying to fill up a strainer.
Wait, you ain't wearing the rally cap, bro?
No, I gotta get the hardware.
Bro?
I got the hardware coming so that I could put a chin strap on it. So I'm a firm believer in, again, and last week we were talking with Dwayne on, it's not stupid if it works, right? So I had mentioned that,
Right.
the Bills run defense is like, trying to stand outside in the rain, trying to catch rain in a colander. So I went and got a strainer and I put it on my head like a hat. And from that point forward, we started stopping plays. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is working. So I came up with the idea.
Yeah,
I'm going to get
video calls me, bro.
Yeah. With
Oh,
it on.
Video calls
I
me,
seen the
bro.
photo.
I answer it, and he's got It's Spartan with a fucking strainer, dude, going, dude. I'm like,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
It's like something you would expect me to do. He's like, it's
So-
working, man. It's working. I'm like, oh
Working.
my fucking.
I bought the helmet hardware so I could put a chin strap, like an NFL helmet chin strap on it. I have a blue shut chin strap I'm gonna put on it.
All right. All
I'm
right.
gonna put
Now,
defense on it.
before we get Corey's take on the Browns game, I'm going to ask the question that goes with the calendar. If that continues to work, are you taking that with you on your cruise?
I don't know if I could get that and the helmet in my bag.
How you gonna have two
Unfortunately.
super fan gigs?
Well, no. So on
Your helmet is right there in the calendar.
yeah, on defense, I wear the calendar.
Oh,
Right.
That's on defense. So
Well, like I said, if that keeps working, that better be with you on the boat.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to get a helmet in my bag. Is what I'm trying to figure out right now because I've already started to pack. I'm 26 days and a wake up from being on a ship, so not counting or nothing.
No, why would you count? So, Corey, what's your take on the Bills Browns game?
I thought it should have been. The score should have been a little higher than it was. I understand they had that whole trap game thing. I don't know. It was just a weird game. Like I feel like we should have won by a lot more than we did. So it's one of those things. Like I don't know if I feel like it set us back or if it's still the same or what. I mean, the Browns, yeah, they just started playing decent, and Shador's actually not too bad. And as he proved yesterday, I mean, he's kind of Josh Allen as he can get away from the run. Even I've said I've never had nothing bad besides the kid was cocky a little bit coming out of college, but I think they humbled him in the draft. So I hope he actually does something good. And it was kind of cool to see him be able to run and throw yesterday. So besides that, I think the defense just needs to learn to play a whole 4-quarter game. I think the offense needs to learn to stay on the attack the whole game and not get lackadaisical when we get up or not I don't know if it's not like a cocky thing because I know Josh doesn't really get cocky, but I mean he definitely talks crap and does that, but it's like almost expected sometimes. Like they feel like it's just gonna naturally happen. And then it doesn't, and then they get frustrated and shit. Like just play fucking simple football, man. The stuff that you know. Play what works. Like we said in the thing, I think Pat did. We're running and it quits working, and we start doing these stupid low passes, and then they don't work. So then we go back to the run, and then it starts working again. Then we stop, but we still got the W, so I can't be too mad.
Well, I mean, it's the time of the year where, let's be honest, it doesn't need to be a pretty or clean win. It just needs to be a win.
Yep, get hot when it counts.
So, Adam, what's your take on the Browns game?
Well, I think I texted a couple people like right when the Browns scored. I was like, well, that was a typical start. It kind of felt like a typical game for them. Like the defense doesn't get hot until the second half. I think losing Shaq Thompson kind of set us back a little bit because then you're forcing Terrell Bernard out there for pretty much every snap, and I don't know, he's just not having a great year. Yeah, again, you know, it's like I said earlier, like this has been our identity, running the ball, because God knows none of our wide receivers can catch the damn ball. Yeah, I don't. The pass game is just non-existent. And I don't understand why Gabe Davis and Keon Coleman were sat yesterday. I think that was kind of stupid for Mecole Hardman, who had like one catch, one play. He wasn't even on the field half the time, or if he was, I didn't notice him. So, we got the win, but it's just like this is what we're gonna have to live with probably for however long they go.
Well, I mean, the truth is they keep doing the same thing every week. It's like what worked last week, they don't even bother to try. Like last week against the Patriots in the second half? What was besides James Cook doing what he did? They got the tight ends involved, all of them, and they worked. And okay, we sprinkled in Knox a little bit there, but where was Kincaid? Jackson Hollis had one catch.
Hey,
But
he kept the streak alive though. Every game that Jackson Haas has a catch, we win.
I thought Haas had 2 catches.
Wow.
Hey, it doesn't matter if he has
I
one
know he
catch
had
in
that
the
one
game,
big
we
one, but-
win. And he had a catch, and I was like, okay, we won. I said
Yeah.
statistically proven. So
And they tried to get Knox in the game, or Dalton.
Knox.
Yeah,
they had
Knox.
both of them. They tried
and
to
he
get both.
dropped the. He freaking had the ball in his hand. He dropped it.
Yeah, but again, like you didn't utilize Kincaid. And again, same thing. You're running the ball. It's working with the rotation of the 3 backs, and at some point you decide, let's stop running the ball and we'll start passing. I don't understand why and it's not just the Bills. We're seeing other teams in the league this year where they're doing something, it's working, and then they just stop doing it. Like, perfect example we said in the pre-show was the Ravens Patriots game. Derrick Henry was absolutely killing the Patriots, and for some reason they decided not to play him in the fourth quarter. And it's like I don't get that, especially when Lamar Jackson was out of the game. Why are you not playing your number 1 player? That doesn't make sense to me. Now, I do want to bring up the I don't know why they benched Gabe Davis. The Keon Coleman thing, this seems to be a continuous problem, and it sounds like it was another issue of his maturity again, and that made the decision to bench him. And it's like, if this guy is continuously being this problem, I think they need to get out in front of this and they need to tell everybody what is going on. And look, put him in his place. Look, you're either part of this or you're not. But I think the maturity thing could have been addressed in the off season. You had the opportunity to either bring back Amari Cooper, who, when Amari Cooper was here, you didn't hear about this issue with Keon Coleman last year. And even with Coleman getting hurt, you didn't have this problem because you had a veteran guy that could kind of wheel him in. You had Keenan Allen available for months, and never did it sound like you even tried for him. That's a guy that Coleman could have learned from. So, what are your thoughts on Keon Coleman? We'll start with Corey this time.
I'm almost thinking that, like I said, I don't know if it was like they wanted to see if Hardman was just better for the game. What's up, Jared? Or if they're actually like they brought him back for those 2 days or those couple games and realized that he hasn't done what they thought he was going to do. So part of me thinks that that was his last straw, maybe, and they're going to go with who they have now. But I also, I've been a fan of Coleman since we got him. I know he hasn't done a lot, but I've had hopes for him. But like I said, I just don't think he's producing like they thought he was going to. So I don't know maybe, this year we'll see him because it'll just keep being a swap thing until we figure out who's going to be the best. But even though Hardman didn't do shit yesterday, the last couple games Coleman played, he didn't really either. He had a couple catches, but so I don't know.
I get
went off again or missed a meeting or something. I don't know.
I get he's young. He's going to have a little bit of the immaturity stuff, but I'm confused. Is this really just because of this, or is this, is it him, or is it just Joe Brady doesn't seem to understand what he's doing with the players we have?
Right,
Spartan, I'll let you answer that one.
I think he's playing the wrong position. And the problem is he's a slot.
Yeah.
But Shakir's a slot. So Shakir's your better option, obviously. Even though he has like not as good of production as he's had in any of the years. Man, Joey, are you following me around at work? Because at work, I'm Santa Claus, and I say yo 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 because I have respect for women, so I don't say ho ho ho. But yeah, no. I think one, they have him playing the wrong position. First of all, and I think not having that veteran leader on the receiving core is hindering his like capabilities that he should have.
Yeah.
He's not maturing on the field, but he's also not maturing in life. And again, I don't know this because I'm not in the locker room. I don't know what the real reason is. But from the reports that we see, the scuttlebutt, so we call it, is a lack of maturity. And I don't know if that's on the field, if it's off the field. We're only hearing bits and pieces, so we can only speculate. But I just think he's just being played in the wrong position. Therefore, his ceiling is a lot lower because he's not playing what he's meant to play, which is a slot.
Well, I mean, the truth is we don't really have a true deep downfield wide receiver. They're all slot receivers. I'm sorry. They are.
But I'm just saying when they line up, Coleman's Shakir's the one who usually lines in the slot position. So
and
he's the one that's going to get that short cross the middle pass.
We'll see if Adam can answer it. But so we had a discussion yesterday before the game in our BWO group chat of a former. If you could take one former player from the drought era, either the early days or on offense, that would be thriving right now on this Bills offense, who would it be? I'll give you a hint. It is a former wide receiver.
Does Eric Moulds count?
Yes.
That's who it is.
Then Eric Moulds.
Yeah. Could you imagine what he would be doing right now with Josh Allen?
Yeah. Well, you can see what he did with all the random quarterbacks that he had thrown to him.
But again, that's the type of wide receiver that I'm. And again, I know we're cart before the horse, but when we get to the draft, that's who I would like to target as the type of receiver like that. A guy that's a deep threat, that shuts up,
player
that's quiet, doesn't just run his mouth, but goes out in the field and plays, and is not. Clearly, Eric Moulds wasn't about stats. He was about winning games. That's the type of player we need in that position.
We need the build and capabilities of DK Metcalf without his extracurricular on the field things that happen.
Punching fans.
Yeah.
Well, again, I think it's still too early to I mean, we can comment on the DK that it looks bad, but we don't know the circumstances that led to it. Like, I know he's given the typical answer that every single one of the players will give. Oh, the fan made a racist comment. Did they though? And let's be honest, I'm not. Discipline should be there. You can't put your hands on a fan. But if it's similar to the Lamar Jackson situation from week 1, when a fan put their hands on him first, he pushed back. If that fan put hands on DK first, DK had every right to put him back. But why is he getting a 2 game and Lamar didn't get any?
I don't know, because he made it sound like the fan antagonized him, so his natural reaction was to go up and pop
No.
the guy. But I mean, like you should never touch a fan. I don't care what they're saying to you. Apparently, he said something racial, and yeah, DK went over there and popped him. Um, I get being pissed off about something like that, but that doesn't give you a right to go touch a fan. And why wasn't that guy taken out of the building in the first place? Apparently, like I saw something earlier this morning that DK had a problem with that same guy last year when he was on the Seahawks. And he literally told the freaking security to take him out of the, like, this guy starts stuff all the time with me, get him out of the building, or at least get him away from the front row. And they didn't do anything. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Yeah. But you can't touch fans. Like, I don't. I think there was a Jets player yelling at somebody in the stands yesterday. And he was yelling at him, but like the fans yelling at him, he's yelling back. He didn't go over and pop the guy.
Right. And like I said, when the Bills fan did it to Lamar Jackson, it was the same thing. Like the Bills fan put their hands on Lamar Jackson first. You watch that video over and over again, and then when Lamar swung on the fan, he absolutely had every right to. You put your hands on him first.
Wait, hit.
We lost
Who
Corey.
did he hit first? D. Hopkins?
A fan in Buffalo.
Was it Hopkins that
I think he tugged Hopkins' braid.
Or celebrating as
that was it.
yeah. He reached over and then he reached over and grabbed Lamar too, and then Lamar pushed him back. Again, if you're a fan, look, it's one thing to mouth off to the players. I mean, look, the players got to have thicker skin to not be able to just, control it to where they don't swing like DK did. But if a fan, if they put their hands on you first, then listen, you're going to get whatever you got coming to you. Just saying. Because let's be honest, NFL player or not, you do that outside of the stadium, put your hands randomly on someone, you're probably going to get hit.
Yeah.
So, well, we did have a little bit of news this afternoon. Apparently, Josh Allen is dealing with a foot injury. According to the Bills, he is day-to-day with it. I think he still plays. But I think you're going to see the next couple of games. You're going to see, obviously, the running backs heavily because of this. But we got to talk about that play that Josh Allen got hurt on. I don't care. I know some people are calling, it was a bad play call or what. Call it what you want. That was a bad decision by Josh Allen. All around. Like, you're running backwards because nobody's open. Get rid of the ball.
Throw the ball away.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're not, like, you weren't even trying to even run with the ball down the field. You were literally running backwards. This is the Josh Allen that we saw in his rookie or in his first couple seasons, as they call the sugar high Josh. So that scares me a little bit going forward because it's like he's still there. That Josh Allen isn't dead yet. Should be, but he's not. But so start with you, Adam. What was your take on that play?
Well, it would help if any of our receivers could get open, but I digress. Yeah, I had no idea what he was doing. As soon as he dropped back and he saw that he had nothing, he should have either just stepped up and just gone down, or maybe even try to do something with his legs. But I'm watching him run backward. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you keep going backward?
Right, the wrong way.
And then he falls down, and I didn't really see how he hurt his foot. I didn't see him get stepped on or anything. I don't know if he maybe just twisted it weird when he went down. But yeah, I was just like, what are you doing? But I mean, that's been typical. There's been a lot of games. Granted, he hasn't ran backwards, but there's been a lot of great games this year where it's he just holds on to the ball and holds on to the ball and holds on to the ball. It's he's had plenty of opportunity to just get rid of it, and you're not going to get an intentional grounding. But no, he just keeps holding it and holding it and holding it and holding it, and then he winds up getting popped or does something stupid. So,
Spartan,
yeah,
what's
I
your
just,
take on that?
yeah.
Basically, same thing. Like he's in year 8. He should know if you're in trouble, throw the ball away. Like that's always been an inconsistency with Josh. He tries to go into that hero mode where he'll scramble around until somebody's open, but we don't have anybody that can get open. So, like, realize that you're in trouble and just throw it away. That you're allowed to throw it away as long as you get, past the line of scrimmage. You got the cannon, even while running backwards. Just throw it off to the sideline. So it's insane that like we're in year 8 of Josh Allen and we're still talking about the inability to throw the ball away on a bad play.
I feel
And
like
I understand what I do understand certain plays he's able to find a hole. But when you cannot find a hole, get rid of the ball.
well, I feel like we're a broken record again because I feel like we're about to say the same thing that the Bills need to start doing and or keep doing is look, you don't have the wide receivers to get down the field. Okay. So what do you do in that situation? It's really simple. You do what the Eagles did when it was Nick Foles and he had no wide receivers. They ran RPOs and play actions all the time. Every single play was either an RPO or a play. I know. I feel like
I
a
think
broken
I talk
record.
about this. I think I say those 2 words every week for like
Mentioned play
the
action
whole
earlier.
season.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, you looked at the game yesterday when they did sprinkle in the running backs in the short passes with the RPOs or the play actions. It worked.
Mhm.
When they tried to use their wide receivers for it, it didn't. But if you're going to have a team full of slot receivers and running backs, it's what you have to do. But and again, we see it from time to time where they go into certain games and they start doing it, and it works,
Mhm.
and then they stop, and it's like, and I said it to you, Spartan, in the pre-show. This is Sean McDermott is similar to Andy Reid more than we realize because you watch like Andy Reid does the same stuff. The difference is he's gotten the Super Bowl and won some, so it kind of masks some of his tendencies. But Indy yesterday, or not Indy, the Chiefs absolutely got manhandled by the Tennessee Titans yesterday, which hilarious to watch. But even with Patrick Mahomes out, you still have 2 solid running backs in Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, and you just don't use them. Sound familiar?
They even have that. They even have that rookie that was playing pretty good in the start of the season. Yeah, Brandon Allen or something like that.
But that's just the thing. It's like we're seeing the same thing out of Sean McDermott.
Between their 2 running backs, they got less than 5 fantasy points.
Right. I mean,
Between their 2 running backs.
So like your strength isn't your wide receivers right now, and you have 2 solid running backs, and you just don't use them. Let's be honest. The Chiefs would have beaten the Bills this season had they just ran the ball. Sorry, but that's why you lost because you wouldn't run the ball.
Yeah, because they have Patrick Mahomes, so he's gonna
But
do
it's
Patrick
funny.
Mahomes things.
It's funny because for a while he was leading that team in rushing yards.
I know, which is crazy to think about because he's not
it's like-
really that.
You got a problem again. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sounds awfully familiar, right? And again, if McDermott had 3 Super Bowls, he's probably getting away with it. But and then I did see the broadcast brought up the glasses or no glasses. Apparently, McDermott's daughter told him, "Without the glasses, you're winning." I'm like, what?
The world could have told him that.
Well,
Western New York could have told him.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think it had to do with the glasses.
No,
But
I don't think it had to do. It's the colander. It's the colander.
yeah, Spartan.
Yeah, the colander, I'm telling you.
So we'll move on to the next topic. We're not sure what happened to Corey. I think internet connection, or I know he's got something going on, but
He texted me and said his internet all messed up.
hey, if you come back on, come back on. If not, we got it. Eagles, Bills this week. All right. So we're either going to see the reemergence of Saquon Barkley, or since the Eagles have pretty much locked up their division, how much do the Eagles starters play?
I'm hoping only a half, but we shall see.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they didn't. That will help because Josh won't have to play Josh football. He can just, hand it off to Cook, hand it off to Davis, hand it off to Johnson, maybe throw a couple short 5-yard passes, and we get the win. But if they play their starters for most of that game, Josh is going to have to play Josh ball on that foot. I don't want to see that.
Well, the thing that scares, and we'll get Adam's take on it in a minute, but what scares me is it sounds like the Eagles' defense is almost 100% healthy for this game. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Adam, what's your take on the Eagles Bills this week?
Well, like, hopefully they have nothing to. They feel like they have nothing to play for, and we don't see a lot of their starters, or else Saquon Barkley's gonna have like a 200-point fantasy game. I don't know, man.
That still might happen because, like, I'm going to reemerge.
Or Jalen Hurts is gonna run all over us, or AJ Brown is gonna kill us. Even like he killed us when he played for the Titans. Like,
well, I think the result of tonight's game is going to play a big factor into and how Sunday's game is going to go. We know that if the Niners can win, the Bills lock into the playoffs. Don't necessarily. I still don't think we're winning the division because New England's just got to beat either the Dolphins or the Jets in the next 2 weeks, and they've got the division.
Mm-hmm.
So, which can't beat one of the. If you can't beat both of those teams, then yeah, you suck.
put Tua back in.
I mean, at this point, I don't think it matters what the Dolphins do at this point. But no,
Quinn Ewers ain't got it, man.
at the same time,
to play the Dolphins.
at the same time for the
Or the
Eagles, I think if the 49ers win tonight, the Eagles cannot get the number 1 seed. Now that doesn't mean the Niners get it, but I think that will keep the Eagles from getting it, and it'll be either the Niners, the Seahawks, or the Rams that will end up with the number 1 seed. The Niners can get the number 1 seed if they just win out. But they win, Eagles. You did win your division. That division race is over. You have your home playoff game, but you can't get to number 1. Which at that point, I think they start to sprinkle and sit in some of their guys. That'll
How
be a
about
huge
them Cowboys.
Hey. They were eliminated before they even played.
I know, right?
I feel bad for Dak though, because like I said, if it wasn't for the fact that team is missing the playoffs, he should be in the MVP conversation.
He was playing great ball earlier in the season. The whole team kind of just dropped off. Pickens has been killing it. Like, Give that dude a freaking contract. Holy crap.
So before we get back to the usual stuff, we'll just ask a quick question and we'll go around the panel. If you had to pick the league MVP right now, who is it? Go ahead, Spartan.
Oh, you want me to lead off?
Sure, why not?
Man.
I think your answer is pretty much all going to be the same.
So it's tough because I want to say a running back, but it's a quarterback award. Like it truly is. And with the injuries and everybody else, like it's a tough call. Like I got a 3-way. I got 3 people in mind who it could be right now, and one of them's a bias position. But I'm gonna say Bo Nix is in the running. Mac Jones, unfortunately, is in the running.
Mac Jones or Drake May?
Yeah, or Drake May. Sorry, you knew what I meant. You knew what I meant to say. My mind's a little mush right now. Drake May.
So is Mac Jones.
Yeah, and obviously Josh Allen. Josh Allen, statistic wise, he set multiple records this year. He's on pace to setting another one if he gets one more touchdown. But the other 2 have clearly played great ball this year. And I hate to say it because we all know we hate the Patriots, but he has been playing great ball. Drake May has. So it's going to come down to the last 2 games.
Yeah.
As to who can put the weight of the team on them and show up to get over that hump. But if it was a running back, it's between Taylor and Cook.
Yeah.
And I think it's all on who ends the season with the most yards. But I think that's just going to be the offensive player of the year.
Yeah, I don't think either one of those 2 running backs has overshadowed some of the quarterbacks this year.
No.
So, Adam, who would be who's in your running for the league MVP this year?
Matt Stafford.
Yeah,
I think he's been killing it. Like that team has just been, except for that last week little hiccup. He's been killing it. I mean, he wasn't the reason they lost that game.
No.
But yeah, I'm saying Stafford. I thought Drake May was up there for a little bit. He's kind of fell off after that loss to the Bills, and then he didn't look totally great, last night. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely Stafford's award to lose at this point. But within the next 2 weeks, see what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm going with Stafford.
Yeah, I think that if I had to put 3 guys that I think are in my opinion, are in the running, I think this performance against the Browns, I'm sorry to say it, I think it takes Josh Allen out of the conversation. It's going to be hard, like unless Josh goes out there and just lights it up the next 2 weeks. I think he's out of the conversation, at least for this year, which is fine. Look, Super Bowl ring more than MVP. You already got the MVP. You're missing one piece of hardware. I think I'm with Adam. I think it's Matthew Stafford. I think Drake May is in the conversation still. And look, I've been saying it all year, and I think you have to put Dak Prescott in the conversation. Cowboys record aside, the guy has balled this entire season, and he is not. Dak is not the reason the Cowboys are in the position they're currently in. So, if that team had a winning record and was in the playoffs, 100%, nobody's arguing with me that he's in the conversation. But if you look at his stats, he should be in the conversation. Now, my mom asked the question, why does it have to be a quarterback? It just seems to be the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback league.
Yeah, it's not it is a quarterback award. It's just history has proven. I mean, there's only been a couple non-quarterbacks to receive that award. So,
Like the last person. Was it a
Damian
running back?
Damian Tomlinson.
Was it Tomlinson? Okay, yeah. So it's been a
No,
while.
LT was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Now,
New
like
York Jets LaDainian Tomlinson or Chargers LaDainian Tomlinson?
Chargers.
Yeah. That's
well,
what
I
I
mean,
figured.
look, you're going to sit there and you gave it to Lamar Jackson in 2023 over Christian McCaffrey, who had a tremendous year in 2023. If that didn't get a running back the MVP, which over Lamar Jackson should have easily have done that, then it let's be honest, you're going to need to have a monster year as a running back. And let's be honest, I would not have been mad if Saquon Barkley would have gotten it last year over Josh Allen.
Yep.
Absolutely deserved it. Now, had Saquon Barkley broken Eric Dickerson's record, Josh Allen's not even in the conversation last year. That, in my opinion, is what saved that MVP award for Josh Allen.
I mean, if you look, Saquon wasn't even in the conversation. Like, he wasn't one of the because they had him for Offensive Player of the Year. Like, he wasn't even in the nomination. And I'm like, how do you not even nominate the guy?
Guy hit 2,000 rushing yards. I mean,
I know. Like, what the? I mean, he purposely said, no, I don't want to go back in and let the young guys eat.
yeah, it was his
And
choice.
I'm like, yeah.
I mean,
and I'm
it
like,
was in the conversation of people on like ESPN. They're like, well, why isn't, but they said the exact same thing we're all saying here. It's
yeah,
the running back gets Offensive Player of the Year. That's the way it
that's
works.
how it is.
Yeah.
Like, you, like, just like Pat said, if he would have broke the rushing title last year, hands down, he would have broke the norm. He'd have broke that mold where it's the quarterback only.
He broke a
However,
some year record.
yeah. However, I still think he should have gotten it because he chose. They asked him if he wanted to go back in, and they showed footage of that conversation. He's like, "No, let the young guys eat." Like, he chose to let the younger guys go out there and chose not to do that. To me, that shows leadership, which is what the MVP also like encompasses. Like, an MVP is the leader of a team. He's the most valuable player on that team. And it's not just statistics. It's what you do for your team. So all that encompassing to me embodies what an MVP is. And that statement that he had right there was a clear MVP talking.
I mean, he gave up the record that clearly would have been his if he played that game. I mean, he was playing the Giants, and the last time he played the Giants last year, he only needed in that game 107 yards. In the first half of the Giants game earlier in that season, he had 117 yards in the first half. So he could have probably easily have gotten it, but he was looking long term. Super Bowl ring means more than the record and the MVP.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
And
I'm more worried about winning a Super Bowl ring with my team than going out and possibly hurting myself.
so, all right, let's get into what we normally do here in the BWO. We do score prediction and out of nowhere. So, I want to start it off. I know I normally kick it around to everybody else first, but I'm going to start it off. My score prediction in this game, I think this is going to be. I think it's going to have to be. It's going to be almost a shooter game. I think the score ends up being 35-30 Bills. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think our out of nowhere player is Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Biscuits.
I mean, look,
Mitchy Biscuits.
I was literally just going to say Mickey Biscuits.
if Josh Allen's foot, if he goes out there and it starts looking like it's bothering him and it's bothering his play, get him out of the game. Especially if like I said, if the Colts lose tonight and we lock into the playoffs, it is not worth trying to win the division to lose Allen at this point for the playoffs. So if that foot looks like it's starting to be, if the Niners win tonight, we have the playoff spot. and Josh goes in there and it starts looking like it's bothering him, get him out of the game. I would like, obviously fantasy wise, I can't say the same for James Cook. I need you for one more week. Just saying.
So
Sorry,
selfish.
Sorry, Corey, but I need him for one more week. But, look, fantasy aside, Bills winning, Bills healthy is more important. So, again, but I think Mitch Trubisky goes out there. I don't know how, but somehow Mitch gets 2 touchdowns. That's my out of nowhere player this week.
That's like left
Definitely out of nowhere.
Hey, late in the season, got to take the shots.
Man, that's like down the third baseline.
Yeah.
But when it happens, you're gonna be like, "You son of a bitch!"
Well, you and Corey both have an out of nowhere this. It's my turn to actually predict one.
Well, we'll start it with you. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm going to say it's not going to be that high. I think it's going to be 27-21 Bills. I think the out of nowhere player isn't going to be on offense this week. I think it's going to be Deion Walker. I think Deion Walker is going to eat that defensive line. He's going to have maybe a sack and a half, I'll say a sack and a half. And he's finally going to get them big hands up and come down with it, though. And get a pick 6. I want to see big man TD. I want to see that big boy celebration.
Sam Adams style.
Yeah.
All right, Adam. Score prediction and out of nowhere player.
I'm going to go 30-28 Bills. And my out of nowhere player, man, I'm going to go Cole Bishop. He's going to make some plays for us out there, I think. Maybe get a pick. That'd be nice. But, yeah, I've been liking what I'm seeing from him. He's been pretty damn solid all year. So,
dude, ever since Poyer and him got on the field together, like Poyer's been like a very good mentor to him because his gameplay completely turned around once Poyer became a full-time like starter. Like when we got him, we
oh god, he's been
Spartan froze.
I was gonna say, hopefully Poyer plays this week because apparently he had a hamstring injury at the end of the game.
Yo, Poyer had a day last week.
Yeah, like we were just talking about Bishop, like, and what Poyer's done for Bishop, and like I'm telling you, like it is showing massively what Poyer has done for that young kid.
Yeah, but that's
exactly awesome to see.
That's exactly what we need for Keon Coleman. We need that veteran, not just a guy in the practice squad that can talk to him, but also goes on the field and shows him, hey, this is what we do. This is how we do this.
You know who I think was actually good for Coleman? Because he didn't really have the speed either, but he has that physical. It was Mac Hollins. I think he could have taught him to be that kind of guy.
I think Amari Cooper played a role in that too.
Yep.
So Corey, we're doing our score prediction and out of nowhere. And we'll give the quick rundown of we won't do the score prediction, but we'll give the out of nowhere players for you. I took Mitch Trubisky for 2 touchdowns.
Damn.
Spartan took Walker.
You think Mitch is going to make it into the game against the Eagles?
Well, hey, if Josh Allen's foot is bothering him that bad, Mitch is going to have to go in.
True.
I'm not risking Josh Allen's chance in the playoffs for a foot injury this late in the season just to try to win a division that we're probably not going to win anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, it's out of nowhere. If it happens, it's 2 for me this year. Just saying.
Right. I think me and you have hit one, and Spartan still has to.
Yeah, he said that. So he's taking Walker for a pick 6.
All right.
Adam took Cole Bishop. So,
I think my out of nowhere player is going to be Ty Johnson this week. I think they're going to sit Cook mid to end of game, like mid third quarter, end of game, just like Allen. I think Ty Johnson's going to have him a day. He's either going to hit or get close to 100 yards and get a touchdown. Because those 3 plays, they ran him back to back to back. The other day, he was fucking killing him. And I'm glad that they kept him in there and didn't take him out and let somebody else get his glory.
yeah, they let him. He got to the 1 yard line. They let him finish it and get the touchdown. That's what I like to see.
They did that shit to Cook all the time last year. He'd get him down there and then they'd pull him out.
Honestly, a good out of nowhere player would be Ray Davis.
Joey
Freaking
says
killing
Joey
it.
says he's not giving up on the division until it's out of reach. Look, all the Patriots have to do is either beat the Dolphins or the Jets, and we're done. It's over.
Did you say Ray Davis? Gabe Davis.
Ray Davis,
Yeah.
because he's been killing it on special teams. Get a
I'm
freaking
fine with
kickoff
any
return.
of Davis just doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Gabe Davis going to be a healthy scratch again for no reason.
Right?
Yeah. That shit blows my mind. I don't get that, man.
Why would you even give up a roster spot for him if you're just going to freaking healthy scratch him? For Brandon Cooks, who twice now has blown big plays or plays that could have
He had that
helped us.
ball in his hands and dropped it and then act like he was hurt because he dropped the ball. He was like, holding his chest and shit. I was like, no, you ain't hurt, bitch. You trying to play it off because he dropped the ball.
Hey, his feelings got hurt, dude. He was hurt. His
Damn right
feelings
they
got
did.
hurt.
I'm looking here in the comments. Both Joey Hatch and my mom picked for their out of nowhere. They're picking Ray Davis to get another kick return.
See?
You're just stealing what I did.
Oh, I like it.
Hey, well, Joey Hatch
I like
also
that.
said Harrison with a pick 6 to seal the game.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Look,
I'd like to see Harrison.
just like we said at the end of the Browns game, we're in playoff mode. It does not have to be pretty. It just has to end with us winning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
A win is a win.
Get those dubs.
So while we got Corey back here, real quick, we'll chime in. I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to.
Why Corey look like an old painting of Picasso or some shit up there?
I'm sexy as fuck, boy. I was just looking at that
He
too.
just went out and got freaking fast food.
We got to bring
My
up.
fucking internet. Yo, it's windy as shit back home. The internet was cut out. I was like, fuck it, man. I'm going to get McDonald's and I'm chilling. I was so pissed off, man.
We got to
And
bring
then I
up.
was sitting there and I tuned in and I was like, let me see if it works on the phone real quick. But no,
we
I was
gotta
just looking at that Spartan. I was literally daydreaming. I was like, man, look at me looking like a painting over here.
It's
what do we
the
got back?
background and everything.
We got to cash in on some receipts here that we owe Corey. What happened to being number 1 and winning it all this year?
What, in fantasy football?
Absolutely.
Pat, you're always going to have an asterisk next to this win, homie. Judkins was killing it and got hurt.
No. With
No,
all
you can't say that at all. You can't. Nope, that's an asterisk win, Pat. You got it.
with all the trash talk you did all year
Useless.
long,
And the playoffs got swapped the day before the games were supposed to happen. So, you always have that asterisk.
I didn't ask for the swap.
Excuses,
I
Corey.
didn't either.
Excuses.
No, my team has been ass all year, bro. That barely won every game by like 40 points.
I mean, I remember you in the comments saying all the time, I have no idea how I won the game, but I did.
Right.
So
Every game I won, people scored like their lowest every game. People that were putting up like 150. Even when Adam beat me, he's putting up like 140s. I think he beat me, but still, I think it was only like 80s or 90s we scored. So for some reason, every time someone plays me this year, they've had their lowest scoring game.
It's okay, though. the BWO has a chance to bring that helmet home. So
I know
That's
I'm
all that-
saying.
Not me. Because guess what?
Not me.
I say again.
you were the first one eliminated from the playoffs.
I was.
I
Put
beat
your
him
couch
in the-
together,
I
Spartan.
beat him in my first consolation game.
I suck. And then guess what? Scott beat me in the second.
There you go.
What's funny is
Well,
last week.
It's gonna. It could come down to me and Pat for the championship. Like I don't give a fuck who wins. Then it's coming home, baby. Like no matter what, it's coming to us. We would have stole a whole. Dude, I would have reinvented that whole helmet, bro. I promise you.
Oh, it's good.
It would have been. I would have had to pay Jerry for fucking up the helmet. I would have literally WWE'd that bitch, spray painted it, fucking BWO, slapped stickers on it, put some chips in that bitch, started making spaghetti-o drunk videos with it. I would have owed Jerry some money for that thing.
Oh,
I'll
I'll
be
be
doing
honest.
like a David Hasselhoff video lying on the floor just eating spaghetti.
All
out
right,
of it.
whoever
Oh.
wins, whoever won that helmet next year, man, that thing was gonna be dinged up, bro. Oh,
Oh, I can tell you right now, if I do end up winning it, which I know it's still a big if because I don't know who I'm playing yet, but there will be a BWO sticker on it.
facts. All right, boys. I got home real quick, so I'm gonna tell you before I go. Bills are gonna beat the Eagles 38-32. If we have a kicker this week that can fucking do anything with some field goals, I don't know who that fucking guy is. Get rid of him. But I love y'all, boys.
You know who's before you go, you know who's sitting there available that could come in as a kicker?
Don't say
Justin
it.
Tucker.
Yeah, why didn't we sign him? We got this fucking bum.
I
So
would rather
That's
have
like-
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, man. This dude, put Ray Davis can kick. I bet he would have made one of them 2 field goals.
I mean, if you count Corey's shoe, Corey
Fact.
can make.
Yeah.
Hey, but I got to give it to the kicker in Jacksonville. I know there was pregame. He missed the 75-yard kick in the pregame warmups, but he made a 73, which had he kicked the 75 the same way, that was going through.
Yeah.
That kid's going to be something.
What's his name? Little?
Yeah, Cam Little.
Cam Little. That's it. Yeah. I think I
Maybe.
have him in one of my fantasy leagues.
Maybe a little, but he's shit. Like he now holds. I think he hit the 70-yard. Has the record. But
I think so.
But yeah.
Or
So,
that Brandon Aubrey. He's nailing freaking long field goals this year.
So. All right. Well, we'll close this out for the week. Congratulations to Shane. Get with Spartan. He'll get you.
I already got with him.
All right. Get you your jersey and congratulations again. But just like I said, closing thoughts real quick. Hey, no time to panic. I don't want to hear any more of this. Fire this, fire that. Look, we're in it too deep this year to be firing people right now. So we have who we have. It is what it is. Again, right now is not the time for pretty games and pretty wins. Just win. So, Spartan.
A win's a win. On to the next.
Where's the calendar?
It's out on the back porch, man. It's getting its chin strap installed tomorrow.
I cooked spaghetti earlier. Okay, get off my back.
No, we did deconstructed chicken pot pie. Get
Oh,
away.
there you go.
But no, yeah. Look on to the next. Stay healthy. That's all I want coming out of these games. I'll take a dub, but at the same time, if we make it to the playoffs and we lose a key player, we're done anyway. So, do what we got to do to get the dub, but stay healthy. That's all I ask. So,
Adam.
Yeah. Right with you, Spartan.
yeah.
Stay healthy.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. Like I said, I feel like every game, these last 2 games, is going to be a grind out game. Might start out slow, but just keep the faith. But yeah,
I think we'll
hopefully,
know.
hopefully Indy loses tonight.
Right, and I think we'll know. I think we'll
Yes.
know going into the Eagles game if we still have a shot at the division or not. Because, like I said, if New England, I think they play at 1:00, or they play before we do. I know that. I don't
Are
know
we
if
at
they're
425?
yes as of now, unless they change it, which I don't think they're going to. But if New England beats, who I think they're playing either the Jets or the Dolphins this week. I know they have those two left.
They're playing the Jets because we got to play the Jets in next week.
So then, if they beat the Jets before we play the Eagles, we don't have a shot at the division. And now, if that's the case, again, like I said, if Josh Allen's foot starts to look like it's a problem, get him out of the game. And I hate to say him pulled because I need him for fantasy, but same thing. Don't waste James Cook the rest of this year when you know you need him more for the playoffs. Especially now, if they lose to the Jets, which I can't see that happen, but if they do, we still have a shot at it. Then obviously, look, it's pummel the crap out of the Eagles mode.
Mhm.
But we'll see.
We'll know before we take the field. They got a 1:00 game, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
1:00.
We'll know going into that game if we're pummeling the crap out of the Eagles or we're just going to be like, you know what, let's treat this like a preseason game. So, and
This
I
freaking
will.
Christmas banner is just fucking with me. Like,
That's how it was with the blue one at the bottom. I kept having to lift my head up.
at one point, I had a candy cane in front of my shirt, and I'm like, why does my beard look green?
Better than having gray in it.
Yeah,
Let's not talk about that.
I got a little bit of that.
Spartan, when you get a beard, we can talk about it.
Well, I can talk about the rest of my goddamn head.
Yeah, there we go. Now I look good.
But I will reiterate before we do go. Definitely, look, Buffalo, don't squander this opportunity this year. You're not going to have a better shot at this than this year. No Patrick Mahomes, no Joe Burrow, potentially no Lamar Jackson. I agree with every single time when they're saying it on ESPN the last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
And I agree with anybody that'll say it too. If we don't get to the Super Bowl this year, I don't know what argument there is for McDermott to stay. Sorry. I would love nothing more to see him and Josh Allen hoist that Lombardi trophy together. And you have no excuses after this year. With that path that you have in front of you without your nemesis there, it's you can't get there. There's a problem.
I think the biggest downfall, and I've said it multiple times, is we have built this team to beat Kansas City, and they're not a contender. So
Right.
now we have a team that's built for a team that we're not going to go against. Because for years, that was how we built our team, was to beat Kansas City in the playoffs. And now we don't have them. So, I mean, that's going to be a thorn in our side going against these other guys, especially. Like, we go against the Broncos.
I mean,
Broncos play tough.
they do, but they also still make a lot of mistakes.
They do. They
Didn't they
do.
just
But
get their
so
ass
do we.
Didn't they just get their asses kicked yesterday?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's
Especially
times
that defense that was supposed to be so freaking great, but they just
Mhm.
got it.
like, look, I know Houston has that awesome defense of theirs. For some reason, I'm still not like, if our offense would have pulled their heads out of their asses in that game, we're beating Houston. Okay, even with that defense.
Yeah,
team-
honestly,
I'll be honest.
Houston's the team that everybody's kind of like.
The team that
worried about.
scares me the most heading into the playoffs, to be honest with you, might be the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They're consistent.
Dude, their guys are, and here's the funny thing is, they have looked like the most consistent team without Brian Thomas Jr., without Travis Hunter. That's insane.
But you know what's helped them? Jacoby freaking Myers. That was like probably the trade of the freaking trade deadline for
And they
them.
finally have figured out how to use Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was
Easy.
listening to Sal Capaccio show earlier, and somebody brought up that point. But like he said something about like every team is flawed. That's why everything is so wide open this year in the AFC. You know, every team has their flaws. Like, yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing great, but they weren't playing so great earlier in the year. They have flaws. Like every you know, we're not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect.
oh yeah, like I said, there is really no team in the AFC that's unbeatable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The only perfect team existed in the 70s. Other than that, there hasn't been a perfect team since.
Regular season there has been, but overall.
Yeah, overall, there's been one.
But that also brings up the point, like, so go back to that 07 season. Sure, New England looked like the most dominant team in football, and they definitely were until that Super Bowl. And they played a Giants team who, same thing, their defense that year could not stop the run. But somehow they managed to get their shit together and go on a massive playoff run. So for people to sit there and say it's not possible for the Bills, it is possible. We've seen this happen.
Didn't the Giants get in that year with like they were
Losing
like 500?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because again, their defense couldn't stop a run.
Yep.
But they managed to get there and they managed to show up in the Super Bowl when it mattered and took on the number one team. So I don't care if team's unbeatable or not. Anything can happen.
Yep.
So on that note, we're gonna sign off. So I'm gonna say it. Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you for all that have that donated to the Ponchos packs for the jersey. Congratulations, Shane. Go Bills.
Well, thank you guys for having me on. Even though I kind of needed to be on. I don't know. Corey was in and out. You know, I'll always help you out last minute. Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas to everybody watching. And go Bills, baby.
All right. I guess I'll end it, man. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah Kwanzaa to everyone out there. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the feast. Enjoy the joy of watching others open presents. Because it's not about receiving, it's about giving this time of year. So please spend time with your loved ones.
We don't have wide receivers.
True. But yeah, spend time with your loved ones. Enjoy it. I think next week again we're going to be on Monday.
Yes.
Because of New Year's Eve. Obviously, we want you to spend time with your friends and family. So we're going to kind of shift it so we can spend time with our friends and family as well. So until then, got one thing left for you, baby. Mafia. Mount up.